Hi everybody, and welcome back to Fred's Healthy Cooking Kitchen. I know a lot of you like Sloppy Joes. We're going to make Sloppy Toms. That's right, Sloppy Toms instead of Sloppy Joes. We're going to be using turkey instead of ground beef. And we're going to be using a recipe that was my mother's. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I will show you what we're going to be using in just a second. We have our ground turkey. I'm using 85% lean. I should be using 93, but hey, we do what we can with what we've got, right? I've got no sugar added ketchup, bay leaf, no sugar added Mount Olive sweet relish. We're going to give it a little dash of Worcestershire sauce and a little bit of lemon. And we're going to dice up an onion, half an onion and half a pepper. And we're going to let those guys get together and get friendly in our cast iron skillet, which we're going to put some olive oil in and come up to temperature on. I will show you what that looks like in just a moment. We went ahead and we diced up our vegetables. That's a Tenkoto knife. I like this knife. I bought it at one of those home stores. It's really good quality. If you can get one, I would suggest that. If not, just use what you got. You don't have to have professional grade equipment. I don't, except for this one knife. I saw it on TV when Emerald was working with stuff, and I thought, hey, you know what? That's a nice looking knife. I think I'm going to go get myself one. It was rather pricey. It was like $35 for one knife. So anyway, I get a lot of use out of it. $35 well spent. So we've got our vegetables sitting there. We've got our oil warming up. Made some mini muffins already today so that I can have them for the week. And I've got a turkey loaf in the oven. Have not been idle, folks. I'm cooking for the week. You can do this too, and then you can actually manage your portions better. The vegetables are nice and sweaty in the pan. They're sharing each other's space. They're loving each other. We're going to go ahead and add our turkey meat in just a second so we can brown that up with this and get the flavors coursing through everything. The turkey in there, we're going to break it up a little bit. We'll mix in with the veggies. And we're going to probably take about, say maybe a third of a cup of the ketchup after this browns up for a bit. Then we'll add that into the mix. But this is the start of it, folks. Okay, so I already put a little cap full of lemon juice into that. I'm going to put a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And then 2 heaping spoonfuls of the no sugar added relish. And when it's time to put the ketchup in, we'll also add the bay leaf. And this is just a regular spoon that we use in the kitchen. You don't have anything fancy. We're just going to take a couple of big spoonfuls of that delicious looking no sugar added relish and add that to our mix, which is just cooking away over here so that all the flavors can get together and have a little party. Okay, so we've added our relish. Now we just got to stir it in. Make sure it gets in there and plays with the other flavors. So we're going to let this brown up a bit. Then we'll add the ketchup, the bay leaves, and then we'll let it cook for a bit and let the flavors all mingle. If you like, you can add some garlic to this. You can add more pepper. You can add whatever spices you like. Remember to play with your food, folks. You don't have to follow this recipe to the T. That's the whole thing about the joy of working in the kitchen. It's innovation. You use your imagination, you can create anything you want. Okay, for those of you who are counting calories, this is not very high in calories at all. It's, you know, with the no sugar ketchup, the no sugar added relish, and the Worcestershire sauce. I'll show you what they are in just a second. Ketchup is about 10 calories per tablespoon. The relish has no calories. And per teaspoon, this only has 5 calories for the Worcestershire sauce. So they're not very high in calories. The turkey's not high in calories. The vegetables are minimal. So you're looking at this entire pan of food at maybe, and this is a generous guesstimate, at 400 calories for the entire pan full of food. We're going to go ahead and add about half of the bottle of ketchup, well, maybe a third of it. Yeah, we'll go with a third. See how that looks like. Add the bay leaves, which have no calories either, and we'll let that cook. So we used about a third of the bottle of the low-calorie ketchup. This is what it's looking like, folks. It's kind of sloppy, but it ain't too sloppy. You don't want it dripping off your plate and all over the place and off your bun. So here we go with the bay leaves. So we added our bay leaves. We're just going to stir them around a bit, let them mingle with the other flavors, and we'll see what happens. There you have it, a sloppy Tom. It's on a 21 grain bun. That's 160 calories. I'd say maybe 50 calories for the meat and filling. So for 200 calories, maybe 210, you got lunch. Remember, people, play with your food. Make it the way you like to taste it. Be careful with the salt. Be careful with the fat. Enjoy it, and hope that you give this one a shot. Remember, everybody, life's a journey, not a destination. And may God bless you all.